Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today said that the government will continue to invest in education and infrastructure creation for higher and technical education in the state. Speaking at the inaugural function of the academic block, girls' hostel and boys' hostel of Sora Government College, constructed under the state fund for provincialized colleges in East Khasi Hills, in the presence of Education Minister Rakam Sangma and Health Minister Dr. Maisel Ampreen Lingdaw, the Chief Minister asserted that higher and technical education will get a major boost as Center for Higher Learning in Science, Engineering and Architecture are being set up in the state. On introduction of NCERT textbooks for Meghalaya Board of School Education, he said that mathematics and science are uniform throughout the world and the implementation of NCERT textbooks will ensure that Meghalaya students are at par with students from the rest of the world.
We will continue to make these reforms. We will continue to invest in education. We will continue to improve the education scenario. In the next few, maybe months and a couple of years, you will see a science college, an engineering college, an architectural college, the law university and medical colleges. All of these are in the pipeline as we speak. And hence higher technical education will get a boost like never before in the history of our state. And that's the kind of passion with which we work, because we believe in investing, as I said, in our resources, investing in our greatest resource, which is the youth of our state. Having said that, I also want to share with you that recently we had made a change in the textbooks. And a lot of people had concerns why we're changing textbooks. And you'll come to know that mostly the textbooks have been changed for subjects like mathematics and science, which are uniform throughout the world. So there is no real change in content. And therefore, and other subjects, of course, we are taking NCERT guidelines and the framework, and we're adapting it, as mentioned by our Education Minister, to make sure that our local and our traditional knowledge is not lost. And we will adapt it and make sure that the textbooks are Meghalaya textbooks, but in conformity with NCERT guidelines. And I'll tell you why we did that. We did that because you know that Meghalaya's rankings every year are low when it comes to their performance grading index. So you'll hear all these newspaper clippings coming out saying Meghalaya is at the bottom. Yes, we have tough time. It's not easy to change something that has been there for the past 45 years in a matter of just 5 years, especially a sector like education. But I just want to share with you a simple decision of bringing the NCERT guidelines and norms allows us to map, as per the performance grading index, the learning outcomes that are there. These are already mapped in NCERT books, whereas under the embossed textbooks which we used to have before, these were not mapped. And hence the learning outcomes is the basis on which the performance grading index is actually given. So a simple step of taking the NCERT books will now give us anything between 15 to 25% improvement in our markings just by adopting NCERT books. And not only that, you won't believe it, that some of our textbooks, what we study in class 8 in emboss, the textbooks we had before, it was being taught in NCERT in class 5 and 6. And hence, there was a huge gap between the quality of the content that our students were being taught, and hence obviously, it would affect them when they would go to higher education and when they would start competing with the rest of the country and the rest of the world. I would like to also share with you that Honorable Minister has discussed this matter of commerce and science stream to be brought into the different government colleges, especially keeping in mind the new education policy, which is now there, where we require multidisciplinary subjects in different colleges, and therefore obviously government colleges will have to take the lead.